Hello and welcome back, folks. We've got yUPPatriot here, or Patriot. I just call him Patriot, basically. But Patriot's a really good player, and he's in the town. He's teamed up with person in the early test ship, or not early test ship, but early access, Omaha, Brandenburg, Dunkerque, Mogami, Omaha, and Mahan. Now, he does have good stuff on there. But an interesting thing about the Omaha real quick is that you can only get that if you significantly spend a little bit of money on it right now. Believe me, I've tried, and I did the math, and it would be like over 200 operation battles at minimum, I think, to get it. So there wasn't really a way you could get it without spending money. So we know that he spent money for a ship that'll just be early access. Now, I've played with Patriot a couple times. There are some bad blood. I know he doesn't get along with a lot of others. I know some players don't get along with him, but I've played with him. I know he's a damn good player. One match we shared was on, recently was on Newport. I was in a Cossack, he was in a Bayer, and we were both kind of working outside the cap zone area, and we basically, were top two. He barely beat me though, but I wasn't in a Cossack. I lost a lot of my health. I lost a lot, I missed some targets, so that's probably what put me down under him, but he's a good player. You see right there, he knocks out basically one DD and a half. We'll pick up the DD on this shot, or a moment. If his show's been a little bit more faster, they would have made it. Now, he is going to go out there and fight battleships and all that in a Tallinn. I've never done it personally, but if anyone can pull it off, it's Patriot. And he's in a good ship for Tallinn. Tallinn's a great ship. I loved Tallinn and Random. So, and it's extremely strong in operations. Okay, so he does have outnumbered on there. That does give him a, as you know, -10 to shell dispersion and +8 to speed. Right there, he gets like a nice 15k salvo. Sorry. And 2 salvos, and he basically kills him from the outside. There is no battleships going for the northern ship though. But a lot of this is based in, Patriot understanding, smoke firing penalty. The only downside is that the smoke is going to fade. If he had had a longer smoke, that would have been very nice. Now, 2 battleships aiming at him, 3 battleships aiming at him. Their guns may be turned the other way, but those will turn around and aim at him. Now, if he gets a super point-blank range, his guns will hurt these ships. I mean, at this range, he is going to chunk them, but any more closer, he will citadel them. But he does get about a 12k on that New York. And you see, he is looking at the New Mexico. He's looking, he's keeping an eye on his surroundings. Because he knows if New Mexico's guns turn and shoot him right in the middle, he's screwed. He does have incoming fire alert and priority target on, which is a very rare combo. But if he's running like a full lighthouse build, then it works. He does angle and bounce those shells. He does slightly turn into the Wyoming shells. And this is what is kind of the bad part about it, is that when you get caught in this crossfire, you can't angle to both of them. And this is what kills me a lot of times, is when New York goes down, but I'm caught in that crossfire. But he's doing a really good job of negating it. And just like that, that's a nice 9,000. That's all the shells hitting. If you make this turn and get torched off, he'll be able to escape this. But he's still going in there. He's still going in there. It's one of the more unconventional ways to play a Talon, I'll say that. But he's making it work. Like I said, if anyone can pull it off, it's Patriot. Oh, dirty, dirty Dunkerque. But I'm pretty sure Patriot did appreciate that help. Now, looking at the cruisers, the Omaha's actually started to go north now. But Omaha has made a complete, like, 180. That's rare. In that, I've never seen an Omaha last that long. And they already lost the cruiser, the Omaha. I don't know what happened to him. I wasn't paying attention. But looking at, you know, he's lost about half his health. But he's at almost 190,000 damage. And he's getting spotting damage also. Which is sad. It's probably because of that smoke screen the Mahan laid. Good, they pick up the Dallas. Now they'll probably pick the Omaha, finally. So, it is always scary. It's always worrying when we see that kind of stuff happen. It makes you worry about the Atlanta. It really does. And Kato the bot didn't even hardly make it out of the spawn circle for a reason. He like died halfway there. Oh, well the good news is the Atlanta's right in front of the Yamahari. They've got a minute to kill it. Fortunately, there's a Mahan there to help them. So, I have no doubt they're going to get it down. But I have seen matches where they won't get it down. Now, he's going to wait for those Omahas to spawn. Which should be spawning pretty soon. Yep, there they are.
Отлично сыграно, командир.
Triple Citadel. Now, remember, if he gets a fire, they load AP. He can just bounce the AP all along on his deck. That's the best case scenario you want when fighting these guys. Is that to let that fire burst, they shoot AP, and you just bounce it. Because that Omaha is going to go to AP next. There's the AP. And then you have to angle enough to bounce that AP on your hull, like Patriot is doing. There he goes, getting a nice, beautiful Citadel up the butt. Now, since it is a cruiser, it only gets 30-second fires. He kills this guy, he can torp the other one. That's what I would do. Because if he takes a fire, that's the most effective way. It's always scary going when you get a fire like that. And right there, he picks it up and torps it. Nice. That will cross 300k for him. So Kuznetsov goes off. The accuracy of enemy ships now is you know, plus 20% now. Like, I'm shocked that Kuznetsov only went off that one time. Remember, he only goes off once. So if Patriot gets into a bad situation again, Kuznetsov won't go off. But 307k, I mean, if he was to die right now, that'd be a great game. And it's very sad at the same time because he sunk all 3 battleships, the Indianapolis, and all 4 cruisers. He basically won the whole southern side. Plus, like, I think 1 DD, I think I don't remember if he got the DDs. I don't think he did.
Warship commanders, transport aircraft have arrived. Proceed to evacuation. Protect the aerodrome until embarkation is finished and the transport aircraft leave base Rohan. Provide gunfire support for attack aircraft.
He is in a slightly bad spot, but the Dunkerque is in front of him though. So odds are they're going to shoot the Dunkerque and not him. So he will have a scapegoat. If Dunkirk wasn't there, he'd be screwed. He does not have enough health. That Dunkirk needs to live, so he can put armor piercing inside. Even at this angle, he's still pinning that Omaha. But, I mean, anything pins the Omaha. Little bit... not the best shot, but he will pick up this Tallinn, or this Omaha. Unless the Dunkirk deletes it. Because he's at a sufficient angle that he can still Citadel it. Yep, there he goes. And now he gets basically like broadside sense of bullets. Now Mr. Dunkirk not having the best time. He's on fire, looks like one fire, and he's going to take solid 2 or 3s into his side. But Patriot is just having a fun time climbing those Pincy's down. I mean, he's getting ridiculous amounts of citadels. I don't think he'll pick up that kill though. He might be, but I would go for the full health target, more damage. And the Pincy's armor piercing just deletes the Dunkirk. Fortunately, it's a tier 6. It's not totally necessary that he lives. It's always nice, but a tier 6 is kind of like, well, cannon fodder these days. And he's at 385. He's well on his way to having a 500k game. That's for sure. Says +1 Dunk, thanks for the help. And it was true. If the Dunk had not been there, Patriot would have been dead. Because they would have all shot him. And he does not have the help to tank any of those ships.
Attention, we intercepted enemy communications. A group of enemy destroyers have been sent to disrupt our repair base. Do not allow them to capture the repair base.
Now the DDs show up. And right there, you know, he's tracked 394. they're gonna get the Wichita though. And the team is very worrying. Patriot is like the last, has basically carried this team. Brandenburg's gone down, Mahan's gone down. Like they all went south. I have no idea what happened to these guys. I don't. And it's not looking good. I'll be honest. I mean, even though Patriot is still full health, it's a tough match. He's doing a phenomenal game, but the team has just let him down. And I'll be honest, I imagine a lot of op players get those kind of maps. Maybe he might get lucky and get Citadel out of Wichita. It's gonna be close. He might get one. He's gonna get like one more shot. That one shot needs to count. Yes, and then he gets it. Okay, so they've won that. I don't know if they're gonna get the carrier though, but the carrier is kind of one of those optional goals. It's wait, the carrier is literally right there. Oh hell, he can get it. He just can't get blapped by the Missouri or the Colorado. That's the only downside. I would probably pop Hydro if I was him. Yep, there's the Hydro. And then I would keep the radar and... Yep, there's the torps. I would turn my ass and run from the Colorado and shoot the CV. I don't know what he's gonna do. I mean, the CV's literally right there. Oh! Got a little lucky there. I think he's just gonna have to accept the CV getting away. It's just too risky. And I think he knows that. And I'm guaranteeing you, he does not trust his team. Especially the Mogami. So he knows he has to kill this Colorado to live. I think he's saying, I think he'd rather kill the Colorado and win the op than get a failure and pick up the Raptor. Which I totally get. It's one of those difficult situations that a lot of us good op players find ourselves in. Is that we want to get 5 stars all the time, but there are times that we just have to be like, nope, we gotta just focus on surviving. Now, right there and then, he's crossed 500,000 damage, 13 kills, 33 citadels, natural selection, and he's got himself a potential will to win medal. I think if he picked up a CV, he would have got the will to win. But he did get the cruiser, so that still counts as one. So he should hypothetically get a will to win, unless he gets, well, slapped from the other side. We know there's DD and Dallas shooting him. What else is shooting him is the question. That's 4. Yep, there's a cross shot. So the other 2 ships are shooting him. Can he live another 7 seconds? He is looking. Okay, he's got 2 aiming at him now. DCPs, and he still lives. So 542k. A hard solo carry from him. Beautiful game. Beautiful game. Yep. Assistant, natural selection, major contribution, and the valuable will to win medal. One of the hardest medals to get, because usually everyone lives. Let's look at the team score. 21-41. He basically scored double the Mogami by 2. Just by 2. But it still basically is like double. We're going to count it as double, because when you look at the team, it's bad. It's real bad. I mean, 2100 base XP, and then you go to 1100, and then it just plummets. That was a solo carry. and a solid 4 stars. And it's one of those difficult ones. I mean, he could have gone for the CV, but he would have opened himself up to the Colorado. Since it's a tech ship, unfortunately, it doesn't get a great amount of credits. And he wasn't running a credit booster. So there's that. And he doesn't have a merits flag like... Oh, he does have a merits flag. But he doesn't have the bonus package. So that's unfortunate. So that adds a little bit less to his credits. But it's still... I mean, economic-wise, it's not the best. Let's be honest. It's not the best. But in terms of game carry, it's phenomenal. It's literally off the charts. This is one of the best games I think I've had submitted to me as my time as commentator. I think it's literally one of the best games I've had. I would honestly say it's the best game I've had. I can't think of any other game that I've had. Well, I've seen damage cross this. I know I've cracked 500k in a Turpits on defense, but this is by far impressive. This is phenomenal. I can't say any other word. I'm at a loss for words for this. There is no words to describe how hard he carried. I have nothing. But a good game, Patriot. I look forward to hopefully getting more replays from you in the future.